All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today on the show, we're going through Proverbs 11, verse 13. Let's get it. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered. Baseline interpretation of this is don't spread other people's business. But just reading this for a second time, I read it, I plan the podcast, I'm reading this for a second time on the show live, making an audible here. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets. It may not just be the secrets of other people. Maybe it is, but it might be secrets about yourself. You know, you might be slandering and it reveals secrets about your character, or secrets that you thought you held close that are now revealed. And when you're trustworthy in spirit, you keep a thing covered because you realize you don't have to be a victim to your sinful nature. There are good parts of you, there are bad parts of you. And because you can exercise self-control and keep a good thing covered, or keep a bad thing covered, you can keep a thing covered, period. You can choose to love people by showing them the good side of you. So I think that's a really cool side interpretation of this. I don't think that's the most accurate, but it made me think of it reading it a second time. And the first time I went through it was don't spread other people's business, because if you're slandering, you're revealing secrets, you're talking bad about people. It means you knew something about them that other people probably didn't know. And so you're talking bad about them with the specific details that you're giving out. And if you want to be trustworthy in spirit, you want people to see you and feel like they can trust you, you need to keep things covered. So you should not be out slandering people. So the self-improvement application for this is phase 10, cut negative influences and build positive influences. Just because if you want to stop being a slanderer, stop being around people who slander. Cut those negative influences. If it's a culture thing that you guys all slander together, you might want to rethink who you're friends with, because it's easy to slander when everybody around you is slandering. But when everybody around you, make sure to hold everybody else in high regard. You never talk bad about anybody. You keep each other's secrets. You realize it's much harder to be the only one in the group that is slandering other people, because then you'll get isolated. And we all fear isolation. That's like one of the biggest human fears: public speaking, death, isolation, right? We got a couple of fears there. So cut those negative influences, stop being around people who slander, and then maybe you'll be able to kick the habit a bit easier. Entrepreneurial application of this is stage 7, team. When you're with a team, you're going to learn intimate details about each other, maybe dreams, goals, hopes, fears, kind of workplace drama. And don't talk bad about people as you see them perform poorly, or you see them talk poorly about other people, or you hear stuff through the grapevine and you have the opportunity to slander somebody. You don't want to do that on a team. You want to take the time to encourage, to love, to uplift, and support when needed. But you don't want to be slandering people, and you don't want to tolerate others slandering. So in phase 10 of self-improvement, we were talking about cutting those negative influences, cut the people who slander. In stage 7, team, for the entrepreneurship, you want to prune the culture, if you will, for people who slander. If they're slandering and if they're kind of dragging down that culture, you might want to take them out, or you might want to step them aside, have a heart to heart, be like, hey, this is what we're trying to build. We want you to be a part of it, but we can't tolerate this type of behavior. And so let us know if you're willing to stop, or if we're going to have to kind of cut you loose. But you want to build a culture that isn't conducive to slander. So where has this shown up in my life? I keep things confidential until permission is granted. Like, I really don't like telling people stuff that I heard from other people. It's just like, bro, if you got an issue, go talk to them. I'm not trying to be in the middle of y'all's issue. And I got enough of my own stuff to worry about, right? So I really try to keep secrets, but I also try to encourage people to go deal with conflict when I'm hearing it. So if somebody's telling me something, I'll be like, hey, I don't know if that's healthy that you stay like that. You might want to just go talk to him about it, because I know that other person to be a kind person. Maybe y'all will be able to work it out. It won't be as bad as you think. So go talk to him. So I always try to encourage people to talk to each other when they're struggling, because, you know, avoiding conflict just helps it simmer. But I think something else that is important is not judging people when they tell me things. I want to make sure that I kind of create space for people to tell me honest things, hard things, and then still feel loved at the end of telling me that. So where do I want this to show up in my life? This is naive, but I want everybody to be able to trust everybody. Like, I just don't see why we're out here judging each other, feeling so self-conscious, feeling so shameful. Like, that is not how we're supposed to be feeling, right? And so I just want everybody to be able to trust everybody. And it's because nobody is judging anybody. There we go. How can you guys apply this to your life? Hold people in higher regard, because then their secrets will be more important to you and you'll cover them and you'll build that trustworthy spirit. So that's what we got for you guys today on the show. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on the next one. And on that note, we're out.